Greetings, my friends. I was trying to find some new way to promote my book. There you go, this book. And in trying to do so, I came to the realization that maybe some companion podcasts would be a great way to go about doing this. So that's exactly what this is going to be. It's going to be a short series of them, and hopefully you'll be able to pick up some things that I didn't mention in the book. I always tell my students, bottom line up front, always get to the point of what they're listening for in this particular moment. And today's is keep moving. Just keep moving forward. That's really the key to getting anywhere you want to get in life. I finished this book, the Stage 4 project. I finished this on just that principle. Keep moving. Just keep writing. Just keep doing. I finished it about 3-4 months ago. And here we are, April Fool's Day, 2024. And we're on to a different endeavor. For those who don't know the story, I am a stage 4 cancer patient. That means I've got incurable cancer. I had an appointment with Dr. Hudhud in Frederick, Maryland. And Hudhud looked at me and my wife and he said, "There's no easy way to say this. You have cancer, and it's incurable. It's cancer of the liver, and there's nothing we can do. It's little teeny baby-sized cancers. They're called neuroendocrine tumors, and they're all over the place, and they're metastasizing." Not words you want to hear. By the way, if you're looking for a word you never want to hear from a doctor about you, it's metastasize. That means that it's on the march. It's going places. And quite frankly, it's not good news. I was told I had 2 to 10 years to live, get my affairs in order. Here we are, about the 3-year mark. So, I'm doing pretty darn good for a guy who was looking pretty darn miserable. I don't even remember 2022. That's the thing. It's weird. I was that far down. I had lost about 60, 70 pounds, and I was just exhausted, completely exhausted. Now, still, even today, I have the symptoms. I still have the nausea. I still have the fatigue. Nice thing about the fatigue, though, and I am looking for the upside in all of this, is that whenever I get fatigued, I go crash. I just go lay down in bed. Today, in fact, I got the opportunity to watch some old episodes of The Outer Limits from 1963. And if you've never seen this show, it's particularly cheesy science fiction. It really is. But it's stuff I never would have seen if I didn't have cancer. You know, the beauty of this is you've got to look for the bright side, and there is a bright side. The biggest bright side is it's kept me moving. I've been moving ever since then. I've built a stone wall next to my house. I have painted the side of my shed as a mail pouch thermometer. That's right, chew mail pouch. You ever seen the old barns that had chew mail pouch on them? Well, I collect metal signs, and metal signs, one of them is chew mail pouch. So I felt like I should go ahead and make my shed look like that. It was a dream my mother always had for the side of the house. She never realized that dream, so I realized it for her on the side of my shed. It's those kinds of things that have actually manifested themselves out of my, well, rather grim diagnosis. It's been a long 3 years. And what's interesting is everything has gone as well as it possibly could. I followed the recipe. I have. The doctors, and I do have multiple oncologists. In fact, I'm seeing one later this week. They've all said the same thing. Follow what we tell you, and your odds of survival are much, much better. Well, what do you know? I had an appointment just 2 weeks ago with one of my oncologists, and she said, "Carl, I got to tell you, I actually love having appointments with you." I said, "Wow, thanks." She said, No, you got to understand. You do what I tell you to do." Now, those of you who are parents, managers, just folk, when somebody actually does what you tell them to do and it works for them, you've got to know that that warms the cockles of your hearts. And I got there by virtue of very small incremental steps. It isn't like one day I was sick, the next day I was better. No. Small, baby steps. That's how I built the wall. That's how I painted the side of the shed. In all of these cases, it gets down to, okay, fine. What do you do? It's how I actually got the book written. Yeah. You do these things in small steps. You can do this. You can do this. You can get the certification you've been thinking about. You can write your own book. You can earn the degree or the certificate. You can join the association. You can build a wall. You could paint a mail pouch sign on the side of your house. Very cool. Don't know if your significant other will necessarily approve, but it's cool. My whole purpose with the book is to make sure that when I'm gone, my family at least knows what I was thinking. They know what was running through my head, and there's a lot of crap rattling around up there, I guarantee you. So that said, I want to encourage you to start doing those things. Start taking those steps. And if you need a nudge, if you need somebody who's actually going to, hey, you finished with those errands yet? Have you done that? Have you done this? I'll be that guy. Pop me an email. Just tell me, hey, Carl, could you just remind me in about 2 months that I said I would have written at least one chapter of my book by then? I'll be happy to be that guy. I'll be happy to be the one who badgers you to the gates of Hades to start getting things done, to start making forward progress toward the things you want to get accomplished. We need those people in our lives. For me, it's been my goddess of a wife, Nancy. She's kept me up, kept me going, kept me on all my doctor's appointments, and as a result, I'm one of the happiest men on the planet. I really am. I'm extraordinarily grateful for the way things are going. So, check back in. I will be doing this again sometime. And the whole point of the podcast is get off the dime, get started, whatever your project may be, and get a move on with it. Okay? Great. Thanks.